Oh, that's right. Oh, what's up,
Dodgers are
guys?
playing.
We're in the middle of a conversation, but we're live too. The Dodgers are playing. The Dodgers are playing right now.
Against the Braves, yeah.
I
There,
stopped. It's man. As
there's
soon as
sports other than hockey.
I think
what?
hockey's done. Hockey is
Yeah.
done.
As soon as my A's got knocked out, I was over. I was heartbroken and over baseball, like always.
Well, I'm a Dodger fan, so I'm kind of watching a little bit.
How did that happen?
I've always been a Dodgers fan.
I mean, but is it like your family Dodger fans, or how did that happen? Like, just picked them up?
Um, no. I've always been a Dodgers fan. I mean, I do like the A's and the Giants too. I like all California teams except
Yeah.
the San Diego Padres.
What do you got against the Padres?
I just hate them.
It's like for me being an A's fan, like I used to have little to no opinion on the Astros. We used to call them the Lastros. Like, who cares? I don't. Now I hate them because they're in the division. They have the
can't stand those
scandal.
guys. Yeah,
Fudge the Astros, but
I know.
Clearly, I'm a Jays fan, right? I mean,
yeah,
that's all we got here, but so it seems like the Astros, the Yankees, the Sox, they're all are heated. They've been over the years heated rivals, right? So
yeah.
I always kind of like cheer for them when they're not, when the Jays are out of it. So.
Well, back in the day, there used to be a team called the Expos.
Yep.
The
And
Expos.
I think they became Nationals here in DC. I think that's what happened.
The Montreal Expos.
Montreal Expos. I remember Gary Carter. Man, that guy was awesome.
I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Azor's Tiger in the chat. Hey man, really good show the other day. You guys and East Meets West. We got to catch a little bit of that. So man, good show, dude. I won't repeat what he recently just put in the chat, but I'll let you guys see it. But all right, brother.
Yeah, that's blasphemy in my household.
Yeah, I can't personally say it. I don't condone it, but I'm with you. You feel me?
I remember we beat them in the World Series.
Spider words. Oh man, Encarnacion, dude. Encarnacion hit that bomb.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So what's up, everybody? This is your West Coast Comic Connection with special guests. So you guys know me, Cholula's Comics. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Gonna give a special hello, thank you to Mike, Fourwayflashers on Comics. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
No worries. How's it going, everyone?
And of course, as always, we got CBA, the comic book estate, joining us.
How's it going, everybody?
Well, guys, today we've been moving around, all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, we're a tight knit group, us, the West Coast Comic Connection. We try to make sure that everyone can join us. There's been all kinds of stuff with my work going on and AG's work going on, but you know what? Today is the day we get to do our show, so we're going on. Oh, look at that! Oh, I gotta say what's up. Look at that. AG joined us from work.
He's been in trouble for watching YouTube.
Yeah. No, he's on his break, bro. He's on his break.
Oh, okay.
But again, thanks for everybody who's watching this, and I know a lot of folks watching on the rewind, so we appreciate you guys. We're on episode is it 15, I think?
I've only been on a couple, so I don't know.
Yeah, so we're going on like 15 shows straight, and it's just a bunch of guys. We're getting together, we're talking about comics. We're kind of missing the con, some of us. We're doing our slab thing, and that's it. We're just talking books. So with that being said, guys, today we are going to go over just some books that we like in our collection. A couple of horror books because we're still in October, and we like showing those books off. And some of our favorite characters and stuff like that. So with that being said, I'm going to take it away over to Fourwayflashers because I heard he has some really cool books to show us.
Yeah, so I'm going to start us off with favorite character. And awesome. So my favorite character is Captain America. And, being from Canada, I guess well, you like America's Superboy, yeah. But yeah, I'm a sucker for in DC. It's Superman is my number one, and for For Marvel, it's Captain America. And I don't know what it is. I like truth, justice, and the American way. Maybe I don't know whatever it is, but like I think it's because like I'm a bit of a Boy Scout. The way I live my life. Not that I haven't gotten into trouble or nothing like that, but
Yeah.
but yeah, just something about Cap has really appealed to me. So
yeah, I'll tell you guys real quick that we got on early. Me and Mike were chatting, and he was telling me about some of those troublesome stories before we went live.
So the first one I'm going to show here is I'm going to preface this by saying I don't have any Golden Age Caps, so you're not going to see any of that here. But I've got a Strange Tales. This is what 114. This was the reintroduction of Captain America to the Marvel Universe, and it's not Captain America, but I think it was the Acrobat, or I can't. It's been a while since I've read it.
Okay.
But it was someone masquerading as Cap, and they basically wanted to see if there was a market to bring Captain America into the Marvel comics. So that's your first appearance of Captain America, even though it's not Captain America, into the Marvel family. And I'm just gonna jump right into it.
Oh, nice!
This is my holy grail. People talk about some grail. This was my grail. And this is the first appearance of Steve Rogers, Captain America, in the Marvel Universe.
It's got a nice little time stamp on it. What does it say? 1964? Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Wow.
You got some good eyes, CBA. I didn't even see that.
I love date stamps on books.
I kind of do too now.
I'm not a stickler on grades usually. I'm not a stickler on anything like date stamps. I won't buy a book that's been hole punched. And I would show you this on the back. Obviously you can't see it, but it's got some severe rat shoe on the back. But the front, it presents so nicely.
Oh, that's what I was gonna tell you, dude. That cover really presents well.
And so I saw it at one of the stores that I frequent, and I ended up trading the guy. I had the first Swamp Thing, and I traded him that and about like 10 other books, and I got that, and I was just like, I don't care what it takes, but I'll get it.
So can you remind us again where you're at exactly? Because you're in Ontario. You're in Ontario, right?
So I'm just outside of Toronto.
Okay.
I'm about maybe a 45-minute drive to Toronto, so not that far. I'm in a town called Burlington, Ontario.
I like how you explained it to me earlier. He said, if you're picturing the U.S., he's right about Chicago, but north.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's actually maybe Detroit. Detroit's probably better. So this here is Tales of Suspense 58, and this is the first time that Captain America is featured in the Tales of Suspense book, and he becomes a regular occurrence in the Tales of Suspense. It's the Iron Man and Captain America.
So at that point, had they restarted the title yet? The Cap title, or not yet?
They had not. So they basically gave him the co like Iron Man didn't have his own book and Cap didn't have his own book. And once it reached, I believe, issue 99, then it broke into both of their Iron Man #1 and Captain America 100.
Oh, awesome! Hey, quick shout out to Airborne Sapper comic fan. Hey, thanks for joining us, bro. I really appreciate you.
One of the things I love about Captain America is he's like, especially the way Kirby drew him, is he's always like running towards the page, like it's so dynamic. So this one's got another of the retelling of the Avengers #4, I believe. But yeah, so this one starts off his own run, which is still going today. I believe it's in the 800s now, 700s, something like that.
I really like how you described that the action is coming off the page and towards you,
Yeah.
Which is something that, I mean, it's obvious with Kirby, but I had never thought about it like that. When I think of Kirby, I just think of the stereotypical, like the broad shoulders, the big square jaw, you know, that very like manly, heroic, like buff guy look, you know, which is very Kirby. But you're right, like it's the action that
and that was one of the things that set Marvel apart from DC was their action poses. Because if you look at a lot of the DC Silver Age books, they're very flat. You know, they're just kind of just standing there looking. And in the Marvel books, especially with Kirby stuff, and then it carried on like with Steranko a lot too. But they were always moving, like always in some sort of action battle ready pose. So this number 200. Kirby came back to work on Cap. So this one I actually got. Remember when you did that Christmas gift exchange?
The Secret Santa, yeah.
This came out of the Secret Santa.
That's cool.
Was one of the reasons I showed it. This one is probably one of my favorite covers.
I've always loved that cover too.
Mike Zeck. It's a beautiful Captain America No More. Was probably one of my favorite storylines. And so again, when we're talking While of Cap, I started reading the Cap basically around this time, right? Captain America No More, and they just had such fantastic, like it was such a fantastic story, and it really got me going. And my grandfather and I, we would read them together, and so there's the homage. That for me, that was the placeholder till I got my Avengers #4. Steve Rogers fights again, and I always loved D-Man. I don't when I was a kid, because he was like the ultimate Wolverine.
Yeah.
And
he
then
was like a half Daredevil, half Wolverine comic superhero suit look.
That's right. So the next kind of little batch of Captain America, I'm going to kind of move fast through them, are some of my favorite artists that have...
Mike, no worries. You move slow. I'm enjoying this. This is dope.
All right. So one of my favorite artists that does Cap is Alex Ross. Yeah. And I just recently picked up this one not too long ago. This is a Captain America 700, and
nice.
coming off the page in the motorcycle, just really awesome looking shot.
Does that book that you just showed happen to be a legacy numbered 700 with a different number? You know how sometimes they show.
Yeah, no, this one says 700 variant edition, so it's not
700 proper. All right.
Not legacy. This one here is Captain America 695.
Oh yeah.
This is the lenticular. I really loved I love this cover, and I love homages to this cover. And when this one, the Captain America was there, I was like, oh, that's so wild. And actually, I want to do one. I want to get a sketch cover done of this, but the Hulk, and I want like the thing to be like the shirt ripping, his eye turning green, and like the foot coming out of the shoe, and then the Hulk right here. I think that would be
that would be nice, dude.
I've never seen it done before, and now that I've given away my secret,
I'm gonna go get it done now.
They came out with a second printing of those lenticular covers with just the
cap side.
The new one. So this is the cap side. Not a lot of people really knew about these second printings, but
I did not.
I picked up this one here, and obviously the last one I'm going to show of Alex Ross is the Timeless, which is just it's a thing of beauty, man. I would get a poster of this and put it up on my wall.
Yeah, that's cool. So I didn't know about that. The second printing that was just the Alex Ross. I have the 3D, the lenticular, which is a swipe of is Bob Layton, right?
I believe so, yes.
And so I got to meet Bob at a con, and I had him sign that book.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Nice. Is that Zeck?
Oh, the Mike Zeck. Yep.
So then we're moving on to Mike Zeck, who he's like the Captain America that I grew up with. And this one was always a badass. I showed off a couple other Mike Zecks, and I know how much you guys dig the autographs. So there's
nice
America with the big Mike Zeck right there.
And Zex has such a beautiful signature,
Yeah. And that's one of the things of my Captain America books. It's that all the guys that I have signatures, they have such beautiful signatures.
So you got to meet Zach at one of your conventions?
That's right. Yeah, Zach came up, and that was one of the books that he drew for me. I wanted to get a sketch from him. He's like, "Oh, I don't really have time to do it." Yeah. And then I said, "Okay, I'll just get the signatures from you." And then, of course, I come back, and there he is sketching for other people.
Starenko.
So, the number 2 artist here is Starenko, or I guess this is number 3. Starenko, man, this is the first time that he worked on Captain America, so that I felt like I had to show that one.
Yeah, I love those 2 books.
Yeah, this one right here, another great Starenko cover.
So where do you get these from? Do you get these from the conventions, or you get them from your LCS, or do you go
LCS conventions, wherever I can go and find books. This one, I traveled 2 hours north of where I am, and there's this place called the Comic Book Warehouse of Love, which is like this huge.
What?
It's this.
Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
The Comic Book Warehouse of Love.
Oh,
it's where you go to find love.
It's where you go to find love and great comic books. So this one I picked up from there. I am going to take this one out real quick because this was one of the ones where I bought it because it was a ridiculously low price. I think I paid $20 for it.
Nice.
I bought it home. This is why I love not getting books slab because.
There you go.
Right there, yeah. So that was my first Starenko autograph that I ever had.
Nice.
And hadn't met the man, but I was just like, what a great accident to have, right?
Well, don't do it because you're going to be waiting 8 hours in line to try to get this.
Unless you're first in line.
So I went to the Niagara Falls Comic Con to meet Starenko, and I waited an hour in line.
Oh.
And I got him to sign right there. But I got this book from what the heck is what was his name? The Marine guy.
Semper Fi?
Semper Fi.
Vincent.
Yeah, Vince.
He sent me this book for my birthday. It was signed by Herb Trimpe.
It's beautiful.
And so I bring it up to Jim Starenko, and he's like, "Who's that writing on my book?" It's Herb Trimpe. He's like, "What the hell did Herb Trimpe have to do with this book?" And I said, he drew the Doctor Strange, so he takes it and he's like, "Oh, I guess he did." And then he went through a whole story about Herb Trimpe, and I can't show my favorite. Show my favorite artist without showing the King, Jack Kirby.
Yep. That's dope.
Yeah, I mean
that's hella dope.
Again, look at that pose, man. He's just like, I'm at the
coming at you.
Bernardia!
Yeah, that's exactly right, man. So then, yeah. So, anyways, he's there. This is the start of the new team. So you got the Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Hawkeye joining the team. So, and then the last one I'm going to show off, which isn't a Cap book, but still a great Cap cover. Sergeant Fury and the Highlight Commandos number 13. There he is with the
Allen
behind him. Yeah, I love this book. This is my second favorite Sergeant Fury book that I have.
No, right, no.
But yeah, this one I've wanted for such a long time. I was lucky enough this year to pick up, or not this year, last year to pick up the first Sergeant Fury, the first appearance of Sergeant Fury. So that's my first one. It went a little longer, but the rest of them are smaller.
No worries at all. First of all, let me tell you, thanks for being on. Thanks for going through those awesome books, dude. That's quite a collection. Those are really great books. And most importantly, like something that I try to do, and I don't mean just specifically me, but this is what we all try to do. And I hope that anybody who's watching our show like takes away from it is knowledge. And like I just learned a bunch from you, like you showing those books. So thanks, man. Thank you for sharing and teaching us. That was dope. I'm gonna give a quick shout out before we move on. Macedon, the Macedon. Thanks for joining us, man. He says I love when Mike shows off those 12-cent era books. Thanks for joining us, brother. And then we got Frosty in the chat. What's up? Shout out to Undisputed Frost, man.
I'm on the west coast of Lake Ontario.
There you go. He's still a West Coast Comic Connection guy. There we go. So I am gonna, and I gotta go over real quick and say hello to my brother from another mother. What's up, Tat? How's it going?
What's up? Going good, man. I just started my vacation. I'm drinking me some tropical cranberry Moscato.
Damn.
And I just watched my Bears beat the Carolina Panthers. Sweet victory.
Good for
Sweet
you.
victory. Sweet victory right there. And I'm watching the Niners. Or I was watching the Niners, and I was hanging out with my father-in-law for a while before I was able to come on the show. And the Niners aren't doing too bad. They're actually, last time I saw, they were beating the Chargers. I mean, not the Chargers, but the Rams.
Rams. Yeah, we're up right now.
Lambs.
I'm checking right now. I'm keeping tabs on the score as we're doing this. It's 21-9. So Davis.
There you go.
Good buddy Davis. Sorry, buddy, but your Rams are not gonna do it today, brother.
Yeah, they're getting corralled right now. They're getting corralled, putting their little fenced off area.
Yep. So Tat shared what he's drinking. I'm gonna share really quickly. I got this big wall. This is a Imperial Stout from Strike Brewery, which is a local brewery here in San Jose, and they're called Strike Brewery because all of the beers that they have are kind of baseball themed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, the cool little spot here in San Jose. Hey, Mike, what'd you say you were sipping on over there?
So I just finished drinking my last. It's called Lug Tread. It's a brewery in Quebec called Bose, and I drink the shit out of that beer.
Was it? Did you say love or lug?
Lug.
Lug.
It's with tires.
I thought it was Love Tread, and I was like, man, you guys got a lot of love. You got the love comic books, you got love beer, love hockey, and CBA is our designated driver for the evening.
Yes, he is.
I'm drinking California Tap.
Oh, dude, you better go get a shot. You better go get a shot, man. You're gonna need a tetanus shot.
It's filtered.
Mm.
He does what other people don't know is he has a bottle of San Miguel right behind him right now. All right, guys. So again, man, thanks, Mike. That was dope. Those are some really cool books, and I enjoyed, man. That was quite the history lesson there.
I almost went with Nick Fury instead because I've got a pretty solid Nick Fury run. So next time.
Oh, for sure. That'd be dope. Like that was really cool. So what's up? Who's next? You ready, CBA? You want to show your books?
Yeah, okay. Sure. I only got a couple.
All right.
I think we kept talking about Sal Buscema and other, so I just pulled out one. This is one of my favorite Daredevil Black Widow stories. This is Daredevil 123. This is a time where I grew up collecting comic books, and I just didn't know anything about artists or writers. Okay, but this is one of my favorite renditions of Black Widow. It's kind of cool. And I remember when I was a kid, I used to cut these out. And,
man.
I would also rip out all the ads because they interfered with the reading. So my comic was really good. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what I did when I was a kid.
That's cool.
Sacrilege.
And then I just got this not too long ago. It's like,
that's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just so gorgeous. I don't know what any other word to describe it.
Yeah. Oh no, you ain't kidding. I was
the
able to
hair,
pick that one
the
up off the shelf.
eyes, the hands.
The gloves, the soft touch.
Out of that
So-
run Timeless books, I think there's only like one book that I'm not happy with, and it's not that happy. Like every one of those books are so beautiful.
Well, which one is it? You got to share now. Which one is it?
I guess the Ghost Rider. Is that it?
No, actually, I didn't care for the She-Hulk. Didn't like the She-Hulk, but
Yeah, I can't remember if I seen the She-Hulk, but I picked up when I got the Black Widow not too long ago. I just got the Iceman, Beastman, Hawk, or yeah, not Hawk. God, oh, sorry. Go to somebody else. I'm like, I think I drank too much, or I haven't drank enough.
Well, when it comes to conventions and signatures, I definitely would like to meet this guy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
If he ever goes to a convention, I want to go.
Are you getting any of those other timeless ones, or just Black Widow?
No, just this one. If you go to Alex Ross's website, he's going to sign some, and you could buy it from him.
$50.
It'll cost you an arm and a testicle, but it's going to be signed. So I'd love to meet him.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. All right. Cool. What's up, Taddy? You got some books for us?
I don't think I have some of the ones that are on the list, but I mean, I tried to find some. I tried to find some books that I did read that are kind of like Halloweenish.
Today's a make your own list. So right now we're just going over either favorite character or favorite whatever you want to show, bro.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't bring. If I brought favorite character, it would have been Daredevil, of course, but I didn't grab Daredevil books. I just grabbed ones that were kind of like Halloween kind of ish, and then I grabbed 3 books that I was able to finally sit down and read today, and I'll just tell you a little bit about them, so if anybody's interested. First one right here is I read this one. It's done by Danzig, the singer.
Really?
And, I would show you the inside of this, but then we would get banned. There's a lot of nudity in this book. Yeah, and there's 2 stories in this. This character right here, the pumpkin guy right here. This woman right here, right there. No, right here. She created him. With her witching power, stuff like that, and he basically goes and kidnaps women, and he ties them up, and then he gets some stuff off the top of his head, and then all of a sudden they're pregnant, and then they give birth to baby pumpkins. So yeah, it's kind of a crazy story. And then there's another girl in this. We
gotta be careful. Hashtag me too, Taddy. Hashtag me too.
Yeah. So, and the other thing that was cool is the other story was about a girl. She was going around and she was cutting other women's faces off, and she was wearing them as her own because I guess her own face is scarred, and you find that out at the end of the story. But what I thought was funny, though, is she does all this horrible things and cuts off these girls' faces, and then she goes to a strip club and does pole dances. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not kidding you. This story it's a trip, but it's cool. It's actually, like I said, done by Danzig. He's in here. There's also, I got 2 more books. Sorry, my wife's bringing.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, quick shout out to Kay Titus, who is joining us all the way from the land of the rising sun.
Thank you.
Thans, man. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna have some Filipino food, but I'm gonna do that with the camera off, and you won't hear me chewing. But my wife, man, made this food. Got lumpia and everything, man. It's good stuff.
Nice.
Now this book here, it's The Whispering Dark. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you the name of that book. It's Veronica. That's the name of this book here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I said Glenn Danzig. He's actually written a couple books, and there's some ads in there for other books that he's written. But this one's called Whispering in the Dark. And this story starts off with her this girl. She's in a church setting with her dad, and she's talking to her dad about that she enlisted into the service, to protect her country and all that. And he's trying to talk her out of it. And then it goes right into her being in a helicopter getting shot down, and she meets up with the soldiers that they're going to try to rescue, and just a lot of crazy stuff starts to happen. And she takes some pills they call the wake-up pills, but they're drugs, and so she starts to have hallucinations, and it's pretty crazy. And then at the end, you kind of see her talking to her dad again, and all of a sudden his eyes just start bleeding, and then it shows a picture of Jesus, and then it says to be continued. So this wasn't a bad read, but then it makes me think if she was hallucinating the whole time, because she was taking drugs. So
that's a really cool. Show it real quick. I like that. So I really like books that show off the moon, like they have the moon in the cover. And it looks like it's got like a skeleton or a skull in the background, right, of the moon.
Yeah, it does. And the artwork inside this is really nice. It's clean. It's polished. The writing is great. I mean, I enjoyed the stories. I read them today when I got off work and I was half asleep. So I can't believe I remember half of the stories, and I didn't even have to look at the notes that I wrote down. and this was the last book that I read. I figured, what the heck, it'd be probably fast and quick. This one's called Cryptics, and this is more like a kid's book, you know. This character right here, it's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He's a little boy, you know, and then you got, of course, you got the werewolf, you got Dracula, and then you got, I guess that's the swamp thing or the creature from the Black Lagoon. Sorry if the glare. But this has like a whole bunch of mini stories in there, and they're kind of funny. There's one where you see Dracula, he's looking in the mirror, and he's trying to, like, he's making all these faces. And one of the other characters comes up and says something like, you know, hey, why are you making those faces? You know, don't you know you could ruin your face? He says, I'm just trying to see if I have a reflection. So, you know, they tell like little jokes like that, which is pretty funny because he's looking in the mirror. You know, vampires can't see the reflection. But the artwork in this is pretty nice. It's clean. Some of the characters don't have that much to say, which is kind of easy. Then you just read the picture, but it's not bad. You know, it's there's no dirty language in this, which I thought was great. So this would be good for kids. Kids want to read it. I'd let my son read it, but yeah, it was a fun book. Those are 3 books that I read today that I got a chance to. So thought I'd share that with anybody out there that's looking to read some decent horror books. This one, this one though, it's got nudity. So if you like nudity, there you go. I mean, they full on, dude. Danzig ain't hiding nothing, dude. He's showing it all.
Hey, who doesn't like nudity, Ted?
Well, I don't mind it, but you know, it's like, man, it's
gratuitous sometimes. Like for no, like if it's for no reason.
If it goes with the story, that's one thing. But if it doesn't, then it's like, okay, what am I looking at? Dude, a Playboy? You know, it's like then I have to read the ads, and I don't want to read the ads.
All right. Well, since Teddy jumped into his horror stuff, I'm gonna do a horror / pull list. So I got a chance to go back to my hometown this weekend, which is where I keep the majority of my pull list stuff. And so what I keep there is all my Marvel stuff, all my Wolverine stuff, all my Hulk stuff, some Spidey stuff. And right now, since we're in the month of October and Marvel's doing their Marvel Zombies, and they're bringing that back, you guys know I'm a huge Marvel Zombies fan. The majority of my Marvel Zombie stuff was there. So I'll show off some of the books that I got there. Champions, this is the Marvel Champions #1, and this is the Marvel Zombies variant.
Nice.
And so it looks like Kamala Khan, and I can only tell one other. Maybe Vision and Miles Morales zombie hands are popping out of the ground. And do you guys know who that is? Is that Riri or is that Rescue? Is that Pepper Potts?
Can't tell.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I was wondering if somebody knew. Marvel Zombies Resurrection #1. This is the regular cover, and so it's got the zombie Galactus in the background, which I thought was interesting. I haven't gotten a chance to start reading the series because I just picked up these books yesterday, but I thought it was interesting because I've read all of the other Marvel Zombie stuff, and spoiler alert, but if you haven't read the original, the Marvel Zombies in the zombie universe actually attack Galactus, and they eat him as well as the Silver Surfer. So they end up killing him, but they never show him coming back as a zombie. I thought they ate him all the way through. So I don't. That's interesting to me that they're showing him on the cover. I wonder if he's in the story. But anyways, that also gives the zombies not only their zombie powers and their normal mutant or superhero powers, but it also imbues them with the cosmic powers, the power cosmic, right? So I thought that was kind of an interesting choice. Also have this one is a variant cover. So we got Kamala Khan and Squirrel Girl doing like a selfie thing. I thought that was kind of funny. This one is probably one of my favorites. I got one more coming, but not till later, so I'll share it later, hopefully on another show. But Marvel Zombies Resurrection is #1, and here we got Phoenix.
That's pretty cool.
And this is like OG, like orange.
That makes me think of Greg Land. I think Greg Land did a pose similar to that one time.
This is Land. He swiped himself.
Okay. Yeah, let's say. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is #2. This is a variant, and it's a In-Hyuk Lee variant.
That's nice.
Yeah, Nightcrawler's dope.
Have you seen I don't know if you've seen it yet, so I'm gonna wait to see when you're done. But I did pick up a zombie book, and I'm wondering if you have it, and I'll wait till you show yours.
So here's another variant, Marvel Zombies #2, and there's Zombie Angel in his original Uncanny X-Men, like the OG Uncanny X-Men suit. And this is the last zombie book that I have for you guys. Marvel Zombies #3, Resurrection. It's a normal cover. We got Hulk. Oh my God, this is the trifecta right here. It's my 3 favorite characters. We got Hulk, Wolverine, and Spidey.
That's the one I was going to ask you if you got, because I just picked that one up the other day.
Yep, these are my 3 favorite characters right here. So, all right. You know what? I just wanted to show you a couple other books. I was telling Mike that I've been going to that store forever. I've been going to that store for like 30 plus years. And I've known that it's the same owner as it always has been, Al's Comics in Stockton, California. And I picked up a couple of his books. 2 are wall books, and 1 was just a book that I saw in the background. So this is Machine Man #1. And the reason I picked it up is because I was looking at it from far away. I don't know much about this book, but I saw the art and I was like, is that Barry Windsor Smith? This looks like Barry Windsor Smith. And the reason why I thought so was because this is very reminiscent of the old Marvel Comics Presents Weapon X covers.
Yeah.
And so he was like, oh, you like that book? He's all, yeah, just take it. And so he always throws stuff into my pool like for free. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Wait, you got that book for free?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I spent a bunch of money there. So yeah.
But still a nice book, bro.
Yeah.
But you didn't tell us who did the cover.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was because there's actually, I don't know if it's issue 2 is a key issue for that run, because that's a 4-part series, right? Is it 4 or 6?
I don't even know. It was the first time I ever saw that book, so I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, or maybe there's a mini series that they came out afterwards, but there's like, I guess it's issue #2. There's like a first appearance of a character that a lot of people are hunting down. I keep trying to find that book. I believe it's issue 2. If someone in the chat knows, please put it in there if you want to share your secret. But I believe it's not really a secret, but I believe that was the one, because I keep looking for that book.
So here's another book I picked up, and admittedly, Mike, I'm sorry, don't get mad at me, all right, Mike. I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but I'm a big fan of Adams, and I got this book for a pretty reasonable price.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. What is this, 240, I think? Yeah. Issued Superman #240, done by Neil Adams. Classic cover. As a matter of fact, the first time I found out about this cover is because in the New 52 series, Neil Adams did an entire set of variants where he swiped himself.
Yeah, he almost himself.
Yeah, and so this was one of the ones that he swiped. I want to say it was Harley Quinn in the same pose. And if I had time, I should have pulled it out. But anyways, this was a pretty cool book. I think I got it for like $8 or something. Not bad. And then here's my favorite book that I picked up off of the wall. Iron Man #282, first appearance of War Machine. Nice. And I never had this book, and it's in really good condition. He had it in the Mylar already, so hey, why not? And that's all I got for horror stuff, guys. What's up? Who's next? Are we back on Mike?
No, we're back on me.
All right.
So I'll go over my horror stuff.
All right, cool.
I don't tend to pick up a lot of horror stuff. It's not really my thing. But when I saw the movie variant, I loved the book It, and I loved the movie TV movie with Tim Curry. Yeah. And actually, the new one wasn't all that bad either. So I had to pick that one up. And then
if you had to pick, would you take the movie, the original movie, the book, or the new set of movies?
The book is probably the best of all of it. But
good man.
I would go with the Tim Curry. Just Tim Curry was awesome as Pennywise.
Yep.
So then we've got this is Deceased as well, #3. I have all of them, or not all of them, but most of them. This was the most gruesome looking Wonder Woman out of all of them.
That's Matina, I think, right?
Yeah, Matina. And then so I tend to pick up DC books mainly for their covers, but I pick up Marvel books because they're awesome. And so there's a Wicked Werewolf by Night.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's got Dr. Voodoo on there, the werewolf.
And I appreciate the alliteration.
Yeah. Here's another one that I found in my box. It's the Frankenstein 13. Now this one I didn't buy because it was a horror book or whatever. It's because it had the Marvel value stamp in them. And I have a little project that I've been working on.
Yep.
Trying to get all the Marvel value stamps. So this one does not contain a Marvel value stamp anymore. But if a reader,
I was gonna say don't let CBA get his hands on it. He's gonna cut the Marvel value stamp out.
Same here with the Tomb of Dracula.
Oh.
Is that the second appearance of Blade?
It better not be because it's Marvel value stamp.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, go real quick back to your Frankenstein.
Yep.
Was that a Plug cover? Is that Mike Plug?
It looks like Plug.
Yeah, I think he did the majority of that cover. I love that run. I have almost
Frankenstein's furry vest. It makes no
I was gonna tell you I love the furry vest. I don't know why, but I like it.
Well, yeah, my favorite monster all time has always been Frankenstein. You know, it goes Frankenstein, Dracula, then werewolf, then the mummy, and the Invisible Man somewhere in there. But it's always been Frankenstein that's been top of my list, you know, because of the TV shows they had back in the day of, the monsters.
Yep.
You know, I mean, that's so it's cool to see those old covers.
Oh, nice. You got to hold them both up together.
Yeah.
You got
I have that one. That's a nice cover.
That's an Arthur Saddam.
That's the Arthur Saddam behind me right now. I'll do it afterwards. So
okay.
This is the homage.
That's beautiful.
I love this one. It's a crazy ass cover.
I just like how Iron Man's all jacked up. That cracks me up.
Yeah. And then for a while there, for the last couple of years, Joshua Middleton has been really on my radar.
Oh yeah.
I ended up buying the Virgin Vampirella that he did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not seen that one yet.
And also a Middleton book that I picked up. This is the last one I have.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that was Middleton. I have that book. I didn't know it was Middleton.
Not really a horror, but it was the Monster of the Month.
Hey, it's got a Halloween in it, man. It's got a pumpkin.
It's the season, yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't getting candy; she was getting jewels.
There you go.
Pearl necklace.
That's my
there. Oh,
so Mike, what's the name of your LCS? Is it Stadium Comics or am I?
No, my LCS is Dungeon Comics.
Okay.
They're out of Burlington. Stadium, I think is out of Toronto.
Okay.
I don't know that I've ever been there, to be honest with you. There's not a lack of comic stores where I am.
Nice.
What's up, Spotty fan?
Oh,
there you go.
Hey, what's up? Quick shout out to Spidey fans. He says, "What's up, fellas? Thanks for joining us." Hold on, let me highlight Mike. Nice, dude.
Yeah, I love that.
That's dope. Mike, just to let you know, I think everybody knows Marvel Zombies is my favorite. I got Saddam to sign them all. I have them all CGC graded, and someday I hope, and I have a few of them like signed and graded. I'm going back and trying to collect all of the original covers that he swiped from that run. Definitely one that I need, so I'm super jealous. That's dope, man.
The first one, Marvel Zombies 1, was an AF-15, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's gonna take quite a long time to do.
Yeah.
Oh, you got X-Men #1 too.
Yep, X-Men #1, ASM 50.
Yep.
There's Hulk #1.
Mm-hmm.
Thor 4 or Silver Surfer. No, Thor 4, which I finally got.
Yeah, there's a bunch, man. I have to look at the database on that one.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
There's a lot of good ones, dude. A lot of good ones. CBA, what's up, dude? You got some more books?
I just got the one horror that I showed
you,
or you showed earlier.
Yeah, let's check it out.
I got this from a store called Black Cape Comics. I believe they're in Maine.
Wait, Black Cat Comics? MLPs?
No, Black Cape.
Really? Where are they at?
They're in Maine.
Oh.
On the East Coast, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a nice cover.
You see the Winter Soldier there, barely.
Right.
And you see Natasha's shoulders there, naked. And, This is just a
Must be a
very.
cold night.
So I guess she's some sort of vampire there.
Yeah,
So
she
Mhm.
is.
a Black Widow. It's just a weird variant cover. I don't think it has anything to do with the story.
No.
And this is one of those variants where they have you pre-order it and they say the artist's name, but you don't know what the cover looks like. So you're kind
Wanna
of
try
taking
this?
a gamble
Want to try this?
as to what you might get. But I love what I end up getting because it looks much better in person.
Yeah, and I
So-
like it looks like a classic 70s book.
Yeah, with the whole
Yeah.
Marvel Comics group banner up top.
Two Black Widow. That's nuts.
They did a so what they're doing this whole month. Marvel's doing a bunch of
It's like
I think they're calling
Batman.
Yeah, Batman's coming.
yeah. They did like I don't know maybe 12 or 15 horror. They're called horror variants.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know.
So that's one of them. The Cap Wolf one that I showed you earlier is another one, and
Mm.
there's a few more. But yeah, man, that's cool.
Yep. And so
Nice.
I'm done for the night. Nothing more to share with you. I kind of want to ask Mike about conventions up there because we do go to Ontario. My wife's family is in Newmarket,
Okay, yeah.
and there's a comic book store there called Fourth Dimension Comics. I go there sometimes.
I've heard of Fourth Dimension. I've never been there, but I've heard of it.
And I order from Stadium Comics. Kevin and Rob are YouTubers, so I watch them and I order from them. But I guess what I really want to ask you is about your conventions because we talk a lot about conventions here. Your main convention, I believe, is Fan Expo, although you mentioned the Niagara one. So when you have Fan Expo again, I definitely want to go. Visit my family again.
Fan Expo is like our equivalent of San Diego Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con. It's the biggest one in Canada, and it's pretty packed. Like when you go there, you've got your artist alley. It's huge. They take over the Toronto Convention Center, which is giant, right, in itself. And when they started, it was just the front end of the building. They call it the north end, and then they moved it over to the south end, and now it's north and south. It's just huge, and they've got all like the panels that you can go to and whatnot. And so I'm not a really big panel guy. I've only been to like one panel, and that was because I ended up winning. I won this contest where I got to meet Adam West and Burt Ward.
Oh,
you met them?
Cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Adam
That's
West.
really
Dude.
cool.
So
Wow.
I got my picture taken with them in front of the Batmobile, which was kind of cool because
Wow.
you know how they do those like shots, and it's like there's this huge lineup of people, and they okay, next, and they get up there, okay, next, and it's cattle train of people.
Yeah.
They
It ends up being like an uncomfortable family reunion picture. It just
Who's not smiling?
they stopped the line for me and said, "Excuse me, this guy won the contest," and so
Wow.
I got to quickly shake their hands, and Adam West was just kind of, yes sir.
I have a question. So you got to shake their hands. Were their hands gloved?
No, they were barehanded, and but
I didn't know if they were wearing the Batman and Robin gloves, you know?
I don't think they showed up in full costume there, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, they didn't? I don't know. Sorry. I pictured them in full costume.
Have you seen Burt Ward? He's
I
a
don't think Burt Ward
little.
was in his costume anymore.
Yeah, then it would have been like something up a SpongeBob, you know.
I totally pictured them in costume. That's what I thought you were getting.
God. What did you ask him anything in particular, or did you just say kind of say hi?
I didn't get a chance. It was really fast. I just said, "Oh, I really appreciate taking the time to meet me," and they're like, "Oh no, the pleasure's all ours." And Burt Ward was really talkative, and he gave me his quick 30 seconds. Adam West was just like, let's get this over with. You know.
So if you did, let me ask you this then: if you did have a question to ask him, thinking about it now, what would you have asked him?
Oh boy, I don't even know, man. I would have asked for like a crazy inside story from working on the show. Maybe something with like to do when they got to work with Vincent Price, because I really love Vincent Price, that Egghead.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think for me, if I think I had a chance to meet him, but it was like one of those things where, if you didn't pay to get a signature, you couldn't get up there to talk to him.
yeah.
But I was going to ask him, like, what got him into doing Family Guy? I mean, what was it that enticed him to want to do Family Guy? Because his character they did on there was just hilarious, and it made him seem like he was senile, which was just, made it even more funnier. I mean, I think one of my favorite episodes was when he was running around shooting people with a catapult. I mean, not a catapult, but a crossbow, and he was shooting cats on them. I thought that was so damn funny. That's like one of my favorite episodes. And, that's Adam West, of course, so it was even made better.
Yeah. I'm just going to quickly share the picture. I don't know if you guys can see it, but.
Got it.
Oh, nice.
Wow. That is so cool.
Yeah. And I've lost a lot of weight since then, but anyway.
hey, honestly, you have, dude. Congratulations. Dope. Good
Awesome.
for you.
Yeah, so I mean, they were cool enough to take the couple of seconds, whatever.
And
so,
look at how nicely polished that Batmobile is.
Yeah, it was sweet, but right in front of where the camera is, there was like a lineup of like easily like 200 people, like bitching and chewing why this guy got
to. And you got to jump the line, huh?
Jump the line. So
that's cool, man.
I guess I would have asked Adam West who was his favorite Catwoman. Was it Merriweather, Julie Newmar, or Eartha Kitt?
During the panel, he said he loves each one differently. So
there you go. He did. He did, man.
Hey, like any true pimp, he says, "I love all my hoes the same."
Because can you imagine if you asked that to William Shatner? He'd be like, I can't count that high. I don't remember.
Well, let's. Can we go around real quick? Like, what do you guys think? Who's your favorite Catwoman in order?
Oh God, can we add Michelle Pfeiffer in there?
Whatever one you want, go for it.
I just say Michelle Pfeiffer. She was. I mean, Halle Berry was okay. She made the costume look really nice, but that movie was bad. I think Michelle Pfeiffer, man, for me.
Okay.
Got a soft spot in my heart for Julie Newmar. I think she was awesome. Eartha Kitt was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think my least favorite Catwoman rendition would have been Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
yeah.
Not a fan.
Me either.
That's so I totally forgot about her.
Yeah, she looked good in the costume though. I mean, she looked damn smoking hot in the costume. But yeah,
did she look good in the costume? That's the thing. I don't know if she did.
She was kind of. She wasn't like the full one like we would know from like the Tim Burton movies like that. But
it had like cat ears like this. Like
but I mean,
when they flipped up, it was like
yeah. I'm talking about the whole body itself. It was nice. It was nicely polished. I was like, damn, that's not bad, But yeah, I get you. I feel you on that one.
What about you, CBA?
Probably the Lee Merriweather version.
Wow.
When they did the Batman movie. Yeah.
So I'll say that we have reached no consensus because my favorite, and I'm basing it purely off of character and portrayal, Eartha Kitt, dude. Like the way that she would say perfect, like that was just dope. Like it fit the series because the series was so campy with the bam, pow, boom, with that stuff. Like I think for the series and for the time, like I thought she was an amazing Catwoman. The portrayal, one of my favorites. Like
that's cool, man. I can respect that.
But no consensus. Everyone has a different opinion. That's cool. Like.
So, Mike, was that your most favorite moment?
Halle Berry was terrible. Let's agree on that.
I think we all agree on that one.
Halle Berry always looks great, even though the movie was so bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, Mike, I wanted to ask you, was that one of your most favorite moments of the conventions, or do you have some other favorite moments at conventions? I always wanted to go to that Fan Expo.
I think that was probably one of the coolest moments. I actually, what was kind of cool there as well is I was sitting waiting for the director, like the director lady, to come pick me up. So I was there with my sister, and we were just kind of sitting down, going through the stuff that I had bought and whatever. And Michael Rooker walked by. And no one knew him. I'm like, Michael Rooker, you're awesome. And he goes, no, man, you're awesome. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The Gore beer.
I was gonna say with Michael Rooker, what's cool about him is like when Walking Dead was becoming big and stuff like that, they would be at the Portland Comic Cons, and Michael Rooker would just walk right past everybody. He'd go use the restroom. He'd have like one person, I guess, kind of make sure it was kind of a bodyguard. But man, he was so cool with everybody. If anybody like said his name, he'd turn around and acknowledge them, which I thought was awesome. He was great. Even Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus.
My youngest son loved Norman Reedus' character in The Walking Dead. That he actually dressed up as him one year for Halloween. But when we went to the convention, my wife was holding him in her arms, and he kept pointing toward him. Like, I want to go see him. I was like, no, there's a long line. But I guess Norman Reedus heard that and kind of looked over and winked at him. And that just made his whole year. My son was like, yeah. Sorry, I just want to share that.
No. I wanted to keep my hand up because I wanted to be respectful and wait my turn. But I wanted to say, I think we did reach a consensus right now that pretty much CBA said, as soon as it's safe to do so, we're all going to go to Fan Expo together. I think that's what I just heard, right? Is that happening?
I'm down.
Are we doing that?
I'll do it.
I want to try and make my way out to an American show as well once everything opens up again.
Come to Portland. Portland.
Well, for me, my number one American show would be Heroes Con. I definitely want to go there. But when I go visit family again in Canada, I do want to go Fan. What month of the year is Fan Expo?
It's the end of August.
Okay.
Ooh, that'd be tough for me.
I think
we can make it happen. With great planning comes great responsibility, Tat. We can do it.
Yeah, I think it competes with Emerald City Comic Con. Is that right?
That's in Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it competes with that one. But they usually have some pretty solid people come through there. So when I started going to the Fan Expo, I started off, I wanted Star Wars autographs. So like I met Peter Mayhew, I met David Prowse. That was my whole intent on going.
Wow.
Like I like comics and whatnot, but it was just, for me, like I'm a Star Wars guy. I've always loved Star Wars. I wanted to meet the people, and then somehow I started digging my way through Artist Alley, and now it's like I cannot start a show or end a show without being in Artist Alley, man.
So one of my favorite things at going to conventions, I bring a book where I have sketches and signatures, and you showed off something. I don't know what you call it. It's a jam board or a jam piece. When you go to conventions, you have artists draw on it and sign it.
Oh, that's sick.
Wait, real quick. The reason I cringe about August because my wife's birthday is August 30th. So
I got a jam of Batman.
Wow,
that's cool.
Hold on. Let me highlight you. My apologies. Okay, you're good.
That's nice.
So we got.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is
Catwoman.
Catwoman. Sam Argo is the
That's
artist.
really detailed. That's nice.
And only cost me $20. Like,
wow,
that's
really
detailed.
$20.
Jeez.
We've got a local guy from Mississauga. His name is Paris Allen. Did my Two-Face.
Nice.
Ty Templeton did my.
Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, that's cool. Ty Templeton's dope.
This guy's name is Ron Salas, and he just nailed the Joker there. This is another local guy. His name is Mike Ruth. He does a lot of like Conan stuff. It's kind of cool. This is one of my favorite guys, Michael Cho. Just did a really quick sketch, and a lot of people are like, that's the worst one of the bunch, and I'm just like, he banged that out in like 20 seconds.
Damn.
Whatever, it was free, so like, for me it was awesome.
It was free, so that's dope. But he should be ashamed putting that artwork next to everybody else. Look at that. Those are beautiful.
He was one of the first guys. So
Okay.
It was an empty board.
So the good thing about that, I'll tell you, is if you ever get a chance, you get some of these younger guys to knock out some beautiful artwork for cheap, and then ask one of the more seasoned vets to sign right next to it and do like a sketch. A lot of times they feel the pressure to have to outshow them. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you from experience.
This guy, his name was Chris Henderson, and he had a booth up there where he would basically turn anybody into Archer, like an Archer character. You know the TV show. Archer?
Yeah, TV show. Yeah, Archer.
And I loved his art. I'm like, would you do something? He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, man. Like your style is awesome. And he was like so surprised that it wasn't an Archer request. So he's like, I'm gonna do like Damien. Is that okay? I'm like, whatever Robin you want, man.
You know his artwork looks very reminiscent. Do you guys know who Patrick Gleason is?
I have no idea.
He does Batman and Robin stuff, and that looks like Patrick Gleason.
That is an
Mandy,
awesome
go.
detailed Robin. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Mandy, go.
We got the Scarecrow. We got Jay Lee.
Oh, nice.
That was the most expensive one that I got on there.
How's Jay, man? Is Jay Lee cool?
Yeah,
He's cool. Yeah.
I told him, like, I think your style would lend to an awesome Scarecrow, and he was just like, yeah, man, that's cool. And he's like, how's $80? I'm like, yeah, that works for me, man. I don't care. So then
Poison Ivy?
The Ivy is a guy named something Zajic. I can't remember what his first name is. Then we have Yannick Paquette.
Oh, wow.
And so him and I had this big discussion on where to put the monocle, if it was the left eye or the right eye.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
I would have went left.
Yeah. And then Ty Templeton and I, we were talking about the mustache, like the beard mustache combo, because it's kind of weird. And this guy here, that's RB White. It's just another kind of does a lot of like Zenoscope and like nudie stuff or whatever. And it was funny because this guy Sam was right beside him, and I got him to do he was the very first one to do a sketch on my board. And then once he was done, RB was like, you know what? Maybe I will do. Can I do Harley Quinn? I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead, man. So yeah. And then the last one here, I totally disrespecting the artist. I can't remember who it was. His signature doesn't give me any clue.
Yeah.
But I know he was buddies with Mike Del Mundo. Yeah.
Okay.
And so he was like one of the last ones to do the thing on there. So I want to do another one of those down the road. It's gonna probably be the Avengers of the X-Men. I haven't tried it yet.
So I'm sure that took you a couple years to do, right?
That's a really great piece, Mike. Like, that's really amazing. That's dope.
So,
yeah, it is really good.
So yeah, I mean that's one of the things I do when I go to convention. You can see kind of behind there's an Archie back there, alongside.
What is that on though? What is that? What's on that? Like what did they draw on?
He drew it on a piece of paper, like a sketch pad paper. And
your jam board?
What's that?
The jam board, the Batman jam board?
No, the Batman jam board was on a piece of illustration board that I bought from like an art store.
Oh,
and
okay.
I drew out all the squares or whatever, and I just said these are the people that I want on it. I don't care where they go. Just pick someone from the list.
Pick which character you want on the list. Yeah. You know what's cool is that's a one of a kind too. There's not going to be another one like that out there unless you make a copy. So what you have there, that's gold.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And I don't know roughly what it cost me, but if I was to sell that, which is never gonna happen, you get like $500-600 for that easy.
Oh yeah,
I've
seen
some really cool ones that kind of put this one to shame. There was one where it was the silhouette of Batman and the edges were all the Batcave, and the thing was the Bat computer, and all the images in the squares were all the villains. Like I've seen that. I've seen one where it's a Spider-Man one where they have it's a Daily Bugle, and each picture of the Daily Bugle is drawn by a different guy. Yeah, like there's some. They go really in depth with these ones. So I want to think of something really cool to do with either the Avengers or the X-Men.
So if you do something for the X-Men, you could do like a computer screen, like a readout of Cerebro, and like Professor X is searching for mutants, and
I
don't know.
Yeah, that would work too.
So it took you a couple of years to do that, right?
Took me the course of 2 years.
Nice.
2 years, wow.
And so I knew that when I was doing it, I wasn't going to be spending money on books or anything like that. So, because I mean, who knows? Like some people they'll charge, because it was only a 4x4 area, right? Like it was
right
small. So I don't know what they were going to charge, right? Like and I knew there were certain people that I wanted. I knew Jay Lee was someone that I wanted on that jam, and I knew that it's going to cost me a bit to get them, but whatever. I don't like. I either spend I think it was $80 I spent on him, $80 for that, or I was buying like two $20 books or two $40 books or whatever.
Yeah.
So when you handed the board to them, were you really anal about their Tim Hortons coffee? Can you move your coffee away, please?
in general, most of the people, especially like I've never really come across anybody that's really all that sloppy. I went by Neil Adams one time, and he was a little like had crumbs and stuff from what he was eating, or he was eating an ice cream cone. He was down to the cone, and he's like chomping the cone, and like crumbs are all over.
He had donut crumbs all over the place.
Yeah. So
be careful with him. Be careful with him, and be careful with Ruby.
Yeah. You gotta take a little vacuum cleaner to suck it up. Okay, now here's my book.
Ruby's great, and I like his artwork. I think he charges very fair prices for the amount of detail and work that he does. He just, because he works in inks, he's not super careful. And if you give him like a blank cover, the front cover is going to be fine, but the back of the cover is going to be stained and maybe bent. And
thumbnails,
So it. If you ever slab it as art, and you're fine.
Yeah. So that's the other thing. I don't get my books slabbed, so that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me, because it's
right.
Mostly the personal collection. And
yeah. Wasn't there a time on Fan Expo when it got so crowded they had to say you can't sell any more tickets, and the fire marshal raising hell about that?
There was one show where they were blocking people, like people that bought tickets to the show. They had to block people out until people came out of the building, because the building was at capacity. It was crazy. So they ended up having to change it again the next year, and that's when, now, like I said, they take over the entire convention center now, and even still, it's still like completely full. People come from all over Canada and from the States just to come to the show, so it's a good show, and I'm glad I'm so close to it, and I get to go.
I'm trying to picture where it is. Is it near where the Toronto Blue Jays play?
Yeah,
or is it,
exactly. It's really close to the dome.
Is that Rogers?
Rogers Center. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll always be spread on TV. But
I think I saw Bruno Mars in that.
Oh, Bruno Mars would have been cool.
What a really good show.
And
then we have smaller shows, like the Niagara Fall Comic Con. Kind of is another, like it's a small show, but it's been growing the last couple of years. They've been like they started off with like, oh, come see Mark Texeira. He's our number one guest, and oh yeah, Mark Texeira is cool, but he's not like the showstopper, They've been up in their game really well. And then there's some other like even smaller ones, and then we get like the local shows, which are like no celebrities or anything like that. It's just straight books, you know.
Yeah, those are the kind of ones I like to go to, because then you usually, hopefully, there's enough vendors there so you can get some decent deals on books. And then if you do have some decent artists or writers, then their lines usually for them aren't too long, because if there's not a lot of other stuff going on that's crazy, then the crowds aren't going to be as big, because people that want to go see movie stars and stuff, they're not going to be there. You're just going to have the crowds of people that are actually collectors. So it makes, for me, I feel it makes it a little bit more smoother, without having them in there. So I like to go to those type of cons myself.
What happened to you, John?
He didn't disappear.
I needed a bathroom break, and then since I evacuated, I figured it was time to fill up too.
Well, we're glad you relieved yourself.
When I empty this one, that's what I'm gonna do. Nah, just kidding. So I got some Halloween books if you guys want to see some, or at least they're scary ones.
Sure.
I was trying to find all of them though, because I know I have the complete set of this right here. This is number 2 of 3. It's the Living with the Dead. I just like it because it makes me think of like 50s, style, the girl stuff.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah, I do have the complete set of that. Huh?
I like that old timey style.
Yeah, so do I. Especially to make it look like a movie poster. This one here, I do have the complete set, but I only have 1 and 4 with me, so I couldn't find them.
That old 50s style. I was gonna make a joke like Murph and be like, yeah, back when Ron was a teenager.
Ouch. I'm just kidding. Damn.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I'm blaming it on Murph. I'm just kidding.
You got to have some evil Ernie,
Oh, that's dope.
I see it. Oh yeah, this is Death Dealer, and I can't tell you the numbers because it's small print, but these covers are just nice. Really dark though, which is makes it to where hides a lot of stuff in the shadows. Look real closely. So this isn't doing it justice.
That's Image, huh?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
And you picked those up at that Catholic St. Paul de Vincent place?
No. These ones I actually found at one of my LCSs. It was just in their dollar bin box, so when I saw them, I grabbed them, mainly because of the covers.
So that helmet and that like axe sword thing that guy's waving, reminds me of the cover. What's the name of that band that Davis was talking about that was coming?
Not 5 Finger Death Punch, but
no, it was like a guy's name. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was like a southern rock band.
Got me, dude. Gore.
I'm
just teasing. Late night for me, man. Yeah, River Rat. So I was starting to get these covers. 68. I got these ones for 49 cents, even though the price on there says $1. I don't know what happened there, but I got them for 49 cents.
That's pretty cool right there.
Yeah. But I think this is the last. No, I got one more after this. Because I figured, since this is the month of Halloween, our next show I'll start showing some more, kind of horror covers.
Oh, I like that one with the flag in the back, or the tattered flag in the background.
Yeah. I mean, I really like books that look like this. I haven't read any of them, though. I want to. But, it's just with my schedule and how I work, and then coming home now, it even makes it harder with having to homeschool kids. Yep. But when they were all out of the house today, though, even when I was falling asleep, man, I was still just trying to read some books. I'm like, I got a quiet house. I'm going to read some books. Because I couldn't draw. If I drew, man, it'd be all squiggly lines. That's all I got to share. So thanks, man.
Yeah. I'm going to show real quick. So Spidey Fan asked me to show this one earlier. G.I. Joe Snake Eyes Dead Game. This is a variant.
Oh, yeah.
Hulk 181 cover swipe. This is from Stadium Comics up your way.
Yeah.
And so I'm kicking myself now because this book has a $15 price tag on it. And I actually had 3 of them loaded in my cart. And then I was like, no, don't do that. That's ridiculous. How are you going to spend $15 on a cover swipe of a book? This book sells for like $120 easy all day on eBay. Should have done it.
Were you wearing a flipper then? Were you? No, just kidding.
And I'm
Just
still
kidding.
not.
No, I'm just kidding.
But still, I mean, that's some good money right there. Like,
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what's the sustainability of that price? Is it going to be $120 5 years from now, 10 years from now?
no, not at all. But you get it
I
off
don't think
quick.
so.
Get it off
Yeah.
quick.
If you flip it quick, yeah.
Yeah.
And real quick, I didn't pick a favorite character. Everybody knows I've done Wolverine to death, but I'm gonna switch it up. Marvel's my favorite, but I'm gonna switch over to DC for a little bit. And instead of picking a character, I picked a team. So today I'm gonna focus on New Teen Titans. So here's my copy of New Teen Titans #1. I got signed by George Perez. And this one came back a 9.8. So I was really pumped at that. I did press and clean this one myself, and I don't know. I was just hoping for like a 4 or 9.4 or 9.6 on it. Came back a 9.8. I was really happy with that.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah. This one I was hoping would have came back like a 9.2, but still happy with it. Signed by George Perez, New Teen Titans #2. First appearance of Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
Yep. Came back an 8.5. Tales of the Teen Titans #44. First appearance of Nightwing.
Yeah, that's a nice book.
I got that George Perez on there. Came back a 9.0.
And it's also the first appearance of the other. I'm sorry, the first appearance of the other character too, way off to the left on this side. Deathstroke. Can't think of his name right now.
Jericho, I think.
Jericho. Yeah.
Yeah. This one's a newsstand variant, but to be honest, guys, like I know there's a lot of hype around those newsstands, but I prefer the direct editions, and it's purely for aesthetics. It's just I like seeing either Spidey's face or the DC logo, or you know what I mean, other than like a barcode. But that's just my own personal I know the others are worth more, but meh.
But if you can find one that's totally blank, then you can get like a little sketch down in there too.
Yeah, and I was kind of bummed about these. Not for the grades or anything, and I'm super pumped to have gotten Perez on them when I did. But Wolfman was supposed to be. So I got these signed at East Coast Comic Con a couple years ago, and Marv Wolfman was supposed to be there, and I wanted them all double signed. But he had a little accident apparently at the airport on his way to go to East Coast Comic Con, so he never showed up. Poor guy, but at least he's good now. So hopefully, maybe some other day I'll get him signed again. But this is the last book I'll show. DC Comics presents #26. It's a newsstand edition as well. I got a triple signed by Starlin, Perez, and Wolfman. First appearance of the New Teen Titans, including Cyborg, Raven, and Starfire. So I got a triple sign. So that's all I got for today, guys.
Yeah, I should have grabbed my books that I got the other day for a haul, but like I said, I totally came unprepared. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did read the notes, but I was so damn tired, man.
No, man, this was like this was like a really fun show.
Cool.
I think Ron and Mike carried us today because they had a lot of great subject matter and a lot of good stories.
You want to see? I stuck to the schedule, man. You got my favorite or the artist as well. If you want to really go through that quick.
Oh
sure,
yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Hey, Fourway does his homework and he's ready.
All right. So,
okay, rubbing it even worse. Thank you, Chula.
I didn't do it either. I made up the fucking homework assignment and I didn't even do it.
I collect a lot of Silver Age stuff. I think if you watch my videos, you know that. And Michael Cho, who's a Canadian artist out of Toronto, as a matter of fact, he has a style similar to Darwin Cook's, which has kind of got that like 1940s, 1950s kind of vibe to it with the
right.
shot. So I picked him. I'm going to start off with Captain America because everything is kind of going full circle with Captain America. And
I didn't know Mike Cho was out of Canada.
Yes, he is.
Oh, cool.
So I love. He did a whole run of these covers here. This is the only one that I kept. I loved all of them, but some of them were going for some pretty good money. So
yeah, they were, man. That's a nice one. That's Spidey.
Up to bigger and better. Again, I love me some Superman. I don't really collect DC, but like I love a cool Superman cover.
Right.
That is very Darwin Cook-esque right there.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Darwin Cook were actually friends.
Really?
And so I think maybe he studied under Darwin or something like that. And
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
and then
I'm sorry. I like the Darwin Cook covers they did for Frontier.
that's
You ever see
Yeah.
those?
Oh yeah.
So then he did a whole bunch of these like look like old boxing posters or whatever for
Yes.
Civil War II. And again, this one's signed here to me.
They're the face-off posters.
That's right.
Yep.
I know San Diego Comic-Con had some exclusive black and white ones that I never ended up getting.
Oh, did they?
Yes, they did.
Nice.
Is that one signed also? That one right there?
Yeah, this one's just.
Yeah.
Right there
Damn,
between
that's
Cho
cool.
and.
I don't have any fancy markers or anything like that. This one's to Mike.
I like the tails that he puts on his capital letters.
Yeah. And he did a run of the B covers of Batwoman.
I did.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I got those signed.
That's one of my favorites right there. That one is one of my favorites. I love the fact that he does like flat colors, but it's just like it's bold and it really stands out.
Yeah.
And then he did the Inhumans versus X-Men
Wow.
variant covers. That was my favorite of all of them.
With Old Man Logan in the background.
Yeah. And then he also did the
Action
Comics 1000.
Yep.
That is awesome cover right
This was the 40s variant. So.
there.
Damn.
And so a lot of people I showed before the Batman thing, and they said, you're really upset that he did Batman like that. But I do have, and I pulled it off the wall.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No way.
Wow.
That's way cool.
That he did for me. This is before he got big or anything like that. And I think he charged $50 for an uncolored.
Oh.
So I called him up before the show and I said, listen, I've been trying to get you for a while now. I need a Captain America by you. And he said, yeah, no problem. So he said that he did it, and it was sitting there black and white. And he said it was just screaming for color. And he said, I hope you don't mind, but I colored it. I hope I don't mind. It's so awesome. So, yeah.
I love the blue shading on his face.
Yeah. Well, not to take away what you just showed there, but that was kind of like when I told the story with Randy when he did the Carnage for me. He gives me the picture and he goes, "Oh, if you want to go home and color it, you can." I said, "I am not going to color over what you just did." I'm like, "Dude, that's just insane." I said, "No, it looks great, but yeah, bro, that cap, that's awesome, man. That color, I think it makes it pop even more. I mean, black and white would look nice, but that blue, the touch how he did it with the shading,
it's so
oh man." And
AG said he's giving you props. He says that's awesome for Fourway, and he's giving you an applause right there.
Yep. Either that or it's a Thanos snap. He's doing that because he wants the picture.
He's just trying to get rid of me so he can come and take my.
Yeah.
Hey, so funny enough, right in front of me, I got like a little wall of some slab books like behind my computer. Guess who I have on my wall right now?
There you go. There's another one. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mike Cho variant came back a 9.8 and signed right here in blue. I got this at the I got it at East Coast. But huge shout out and thank you. Amazing Murfinator actually gifted me this book.
Awesome.
I was looking for it going into the con, and I wanted it raw. And then so I meet Murph, I shake his hand for the first time in real life, and then he just goes, "Here you go, Chewy." So I look over and here's this raw book that's already signed, and I was like, "Thank you so much!" Like, hey.
Well, hey, I went to Walgreens today, and they have these there on their. They have these things that I just got. I'll show them. But it's a connecting piece. You can connect Thor, Hulk, Thanos, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Captain America, and then there's the Chase variant. But you connect them all, and these things are here.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna highlight you real quick, Tat, but real quick. Hey, CBA, did I mute you on accident, or did you mute yourself?
No, I'm making strange noises, so I muted.
Okay. Okay. No, I was just making sure that it wasn't me. Like, did I use I'm gonna highlight that now.
Oh, God. Now you got me choking. I had to take a sip. I'm making weird noises. I've never heard. First time for everything, man. It's like AG and his damn fan, dude, in his house.
All right, Teddy, go for it.
You know, I go to Walgreens and I hit them up all the time trying to collect those pops, you know. So they have these for there for a while, right? And they all connect together. And here's all of them you can get, right? The Hulk is kind of so I finally broke down. I figured, you know what, I'm gonna see how much they're gonna sell these for. I knew they didn't have a correct price on them because you know, Walgreens sometimes they'll get things that are not supposed to be in their store, so they couldn't figure out a price for those. And the girl's sitting up there, and I'm thinking, man, if she says $20, I'm gonna say put them back. Well, she goes $6.99, and I was like thinking, okay, that's not bad. So I grabbed them both for $6.99. I was pretty stoked about that because there was, let me see here. Oh, did I bring it in the house? Oh yeah, here it is. This Kylo Ren, right? I bought this one there at Walgreens, and they couldn't ring it up. Or, you know, they couldn't figure out the price of it because it wouldn't ring up here on the barcode. So they charged me $10.99, which, you know, all of them go for. When I got my car and I scanned it on my Funko app, it said this was a Toys R Us exclusive.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, I started realizing that, you know, that's what's probably happening is a lot of these things that don't ring up at the stores is because they're exclusive to some other store. Now, it's okay if it wouldn't have been exclusive. I just wanted to get this Kylo Ren, but, you know, I was just thinking, I'm like, man, what if they get some of the other ones that are really expensive? Then maybe I can get them a lot cheaper, you know, because that's the whole point. You know, when you're collecting, you want to get something that you really like for a good price. But, you know, I spend too much money on that crap that I got to put more in the comic books. But the other thing I was getting too, which was pretty cool, I thought, you know what, Halloween, it's kind of a Halloween theme, was they just came out with these and they're Walgreens exclusives for the Nightmare Before Christmas, the little mini Funkos, you know?
Yeah.
So I got Jack the other day, which he barely stands.
Yeah, he's too top heavy.
Yeah, he is. His head, dude. Yeah, it's more than a tip. Then you got the ghost, dude. You know, so he glows in the dark, which is pretty cool. I think that's supposed to be Boogeyman or Boogie.
The Boogeyman.
This is like, yeah, and then this is the Jack-o'-lantern guy.
Nice.
I thought was pretty cool. And the last one was Sally, but there's where did I put her? Oh, I think she fell. But there's like a couple other ones I wouldn't mind getting, but you know, I get lucky on these little things because every once in a while, you know, you get duplicates, but so far when I start to buy these things, I don't get as many duplicates because I do the whole thing about weighing them to see which one's heavier and which one's lighter. So I kind of figure out which one characters I got, which is kind of cheating, but who cares? But yeah, I do. I have some books though, man. I'm gonna have to show next show, especially what I picked up from both stores the other day. I haven't shot a video for them. I think I showed you guys in the hall, but that was about it. And then I'm working on another shout out board for a YouTuber, and I got to work on the one for our friend here, Fourwayflashers, which I think it's Captain America. I think that's what he likes, right? Captain America. Is it Captain America?
I think it's going to be a Captain America.
Was it Captain America or Superman?
No,
I know it's not Black Widow.
Cap.
Yeah, it's got to be Cap. Yeah, someone work on one for Fourwayflashers.
It should be a half and half Cap and Soup.
Yeah, that would be cool. I could probably do that because I mean I've been a fan of your channel ever since I started on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I started getting branching out, you know, and then get to hang out to you a couple times in the old hangouts, stuff like that. That was fun.
Yeah,
with Frosty and stuff. So you know, I've always appreciated what you've done for the community and your collection, man. You got an awesome collection, bro.
Thank you,
so
man.
cheers to you, man. Cheers.
Fourwayflashers.
You're more than welcome, man.
Yep. All right, guys. Real quick, anybody else got any more books?
Can I show one thing? I showed
yeah, hell yeah, of course you can.
I showed you before. I don't have it yet, but I just won this on auction.
Oh yeah.
So I'm very.
Sorry, it's that one you showed me earlier, right?
So I'm gonna share my screen again here.
Sorry, I'm all excited. I'm all excited because I had the preview. All right,
hey,
ready?
pull up your pants, bro. Pull up your pants.
There it goes. There it goes.
So this is a coverless copy of what is it? Marvel Double Feature. I don't even care what number it is. New Prince Tales of Suspense number 92.
Oh.
But it happens to have on the bottom there a couple of scribbles on the bottom. I don't know
Yeah, Stan Lee
if you can make them out.
and Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
my all-time grail was Avengers #4, and once I got that, I kind of felt like lost a little bit because of like, what do I get now, right?
That's what happens, right? That does happen.
And so I reached the top of the mountain. I said, where do I go from here? And I said, getting a Jack Kirby signature would be my new grail. So again, I'm back at the bottom, and I got to find a new hill to climb. But so just as a little message to you people out there that you can get any book you want. I don't care if it's an AF-15, whatever. You just got to put the work in to get it. Somehow, one way or another, you're going to get that book. And for me, I press books, and I press books for a local comic store, and so I just get store credit with them. I've gotten some great books that basically cost me nothing, doing something that I like doing.
Wait, do it at the table.
And so I was able to pick up that first appearance of Swamp Thing. And I knew, I don't buy DC books as a general rule. I don't read DC, like it's just whatever. But when you see a book like that, and that one day it's going to happen where someone's going to want to trade you for it, and it just so happened that when I came in and I saw that Avengers #4 on the wall, I brought that for Swamp Thing, and I know what crazy money it commands, even in the rough condition that it was in.
Right.
And so I traded that, and like I said, about 16 books or so that I was going to sell anyways. And, And I got the book. So, nothing is impossible if you set your mind to it when it comes to collecting. I've seen some people in the community that get some like crazy big books, and you just got to be at the right place, the right time. Some people are just crazy rich money, whatever. But for us poor folks, you gotta hustle for those books, and you'll get it eventually, man.
That's a good point to say right there, because that's what I did with my first copy of Hulk 181. I just happened to, get into good spirits with these guys at this comic book store, and he knew what I was looking for. Came and showed me one day, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" Because it was just after a trip I had with my brother. He was talking to me about Hulk 181. I come back to Oregon, and sure enough, they have a book, Hulk 181. Do you want it? Yeah. They let me make payments. So I was recycling bottles and cans, putting in there. I was trading in books to get that book. I was, if they wanted something, I would go get it for them and trade that for that. So I worked my tail off for that book. And the second copy that I got too, I almost got that bad boy paid off. And it's all been about recycling bottles and cans, and going there, putting some money down and grabbing some other books. So you're right. You just got to work for it. And if you can find a way to make it happen, but don't do it if it's going to break your bank. Like you're saying, for us guys that are trying to make a living.
And nowadays, I was telling Cholula before, I don't generally pay for books anymore. I buy them all on store credit. This Marvel double feature that I got, that's the first book that I'll actually bought with physical money in probably a year or so. I got the first appearance of Black Widow this year that I got from pressing. I know CBA you got on my Instagram there, and I got that through pressing. Like it cost me just my time. So it's you can make it work. Just you'll find a way. If there's a book you want, I just have to figure out what the next book I want is. So
right. That's I hear you.
We got to do a separate show one of these days about pressing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys can. I'll just be sending you guys my books.
We'll have like a master presser sit down. We'll get G-Pack on here, and we'll get E-Rod and have a round table.
You know what, guys? Real quick, I'm gonna show off. This is not my book. This is.
I can press the crap out of a grilled cheese sandwich.
This is too bad. I should have showed it off when he was here earlier. So you guys are gonna see it before he does. New Mutants 98.
I know whose book that is.
Yep, Undisputed Frost.
Yep,
just
the Frosty.
It came out nice. It was in really bad shape, and I I was able to get some new life into this book. So I'm really happy about the way how it came out.
Yeah, he's going to need to get that book soon because this team just lost to the Bears. Bad too, man. Oh, it was. He sent me a text going, "Your Bears are going down." I said, "Dude, the only thing that's going down is that sweet Panther ass." I'm like, "Dude, because the Bears aren't losing." And Spank got him good. I love Frosty though, man. He's a good neighbor.
Yep, that's the homie right there. All right, guys. Yep. Well, we're a little bit over an hour and a half. Man, today was a really good show. I really appreciate all you guys. I had some fun today.
It was a good show. I liked it.
Yeah.
Sorry I was late.
Nah, it's all good, Teddy. I'm gonna go around, just let everybody do like a final words, shout outs, and goodbyes. First up, Fourwayflashers.
All right, well, thanks for having me on. I love this show. I've been a fan since day one. It's good to see all these old guys. I call us the old guard because like I watch YouTube now and I don't recognize anybody, and there's some pretty big guys out there that I think Spine Ticks, Azor's Tiger, is that's his show, right? Spine Ticks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So and like that's a great show. I've been catching up. I haven't caught a live one yet, but I'm going to. But I've been catching that, but when you guys came on that the first couple of shows there, and I was like, man, it's good to see the old guard getting back together, like being AG doesn't do a lot of videos anymore. Tat's still making videos kind of on the regular, but Cholula, you haven't really been making them that regularly, I don't think, and CBA same thing. So having you guys out there just showing your stories. I've been a super fan since number one. I say this show, I'll say it publicly right now, better than the Warriors, better than the Savages. This is where it's at. So they probably won't let me on their show ever again. And don't get me wrong, I love like Biggies, I love Manny.
Yeah.
Used to be at the hangouts all the time, so I miss those days chatting with everyone. It's like these days, I still have a couple of friends on there. I talk with the comic fan a lot. I talk with the G-Pop all the time, Frosty lately a lot. So so is hanging out with the guys, and it kind of makes me reminiscent of the old days when we had All About Comics. I don't know if you guys remember.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
So having a show like this is I really enjoy it, and the fact that like you could have a super fan on the show, thank you guys for having me on. Like anytime you need me, whatever, I'll be your northern West Coast.
We would love to have you anytime, bro. Anytime.
Absolutely. Ron, man, final thoughts, shout outs, goodbyes.
I'm very grateful that Mike came on. I've always wanted to talk to him about going to a convention in Canada. I'd like for him to come back and show off his Superman collection. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And I'm anxious to leave because the Dodgers are winning.
All right. I hear you, CBA. I understand it. We'll keep it moving. I feel you.
Not with me. See, now you got it on me. I'm going to take a long time. I'd like to first thank the Academy. Like to thank Baby Jesus.
Oh, boy.
You off.
Exactly. No, actually, again, Chilla, always thank you so much for just getting us together, getting us all together, and having the panel that we have. And, Fourwayflashers, brother, anytime you want to come on, you're more than welcome to. And, to everybody that showed up in the chat tonight, thank you. I can't see you, but thank you. And go Bears. And, thank you, man. Rock on.
All right. Let me just really quickly. It looks like we're still winning. Oh, it's a final 24-16. So, Davis, if you're watching this, the Niners won, the Rams. So there you go. Quick shout out to everybody in the chat today. Azor's Tigers, AG Surfer, our brother who couldn't join us today because he's working, but good looking out and being in the chat. We'll get you on the next one. Airborne Sapper Comic Fan, Mastodon, Undisputed Frost. Let's see. We had a couple other folks. Hey, Titus. Spidey Fan, and there might have been a few others, but I apologize if I missed you. thank you guys for joining us. Huge shout out to my West Coast Comic Connection family, Tat Comics and CBA for joining us and for all the support. Like, you guys are always there, and you always make it a fun show. So thank you guys for joining us. And a huge shout out to our special guest today, Mike, Fourwayflashers. Like, that was a dude who was on YouTube before me. I used to watch his videos before I started making videos. One of the guys who inspired me to start making videos. I finally started making videos because of a contest that Eddie put on. But we were all there around the same time. Like, Eddie and we're just some of kind of like Mike said, the old guard. And to be honest, I'm really humbled, and I appreciate the fact that you're watching our show and you hold it in such high regard, because I know what type of collector you are, and because I know the knowledge you have, and that's what it's about for me. It's not just the covers, it's not just flipping, it's not just what the market says. It's reading these books and caring about who these artists are, who the authors are, where we came from, like what the stories used to be. You know what I mean? And that's what holds value. That's the value for me. So for you, giving us those compliments today, man, I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, really appreciate it. That's all. I'll stop being mushy. I know CBA gotta go watch the Dodgers. CBA, I got your back, homie. Let's go Dodgers, I guess, since there's no A's.
A's.
That's all I gotta say, guys.
Well, if San Francisco Giants are in there, I couldn't do that because that's my mom's team. I can't root against the Giants.
And look, and Undisputed Fly says, am I old guard? Absolutely. Hell yeah, you was out here. You were here before me, homie. You're old guard for sure.
He's old guard now. He's just old.
All right, guys. You guys know who it is. It's your West Coast Comic Connection, Cholula's Comics, Fourwayflashers Comics, Tat Comics, and CBA Comic Book Estate. Until we see you next time, keep stacking.